2.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Hi.
It's Dani and Jay, but Danny's away, so we got Rebecca filling in.
Hi.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
So we've got the Alberta Mamas in here. They come in every week to give us all kinds of great tips, and they've been so helpful during the summertime, especially. So we've got Jen and Christine here.
Hi.
Of course, K-Day's kicking off this weekend. So you guys have, this is an awesome topic. So go to albertamamas.com and read this. It's 10 tips to surviving K-Days with your kids. Da da da! You need a little music
exactly.
beforehand.
Yeah, I think we as parents we get like a little bit of anxiety of going into these like public places with our kids.
Yeah.
So we put together 10 tips for taking your kids to K-Days, and we have a couple of really awesome ones. Christine, you want to talk about the first one?
Yeah, sure. So up until the 20th, you can actually buy your tickets at a cheaper price. So you save $20 for up to $20 for adults and up to $15 for kids. And it's number one, the first way to save money.
We all
And
want to save money.
Yeah, we all want to save money.
Yeah, well, especially you go there with like a family, 4 or 5,
Yeah.
it adds up big time. And you got to spend all that money, the extra cash on the hot dogs and all the great event food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
The deep fried chicken feet. Mm.
The best
So
part.
you can actually order the tickets from their website, but if you download the Northlands app, you can buy your tickets through there. And the great thing about the Northlands app is it'll have the map on there for you and the schedule. So you can actually go in the app while you're there on the grounds and be like, oh, this is happening in 10 minutes. Or this is, I'm going to plan that later today we're going to go and have lunch while this show is happening. So it's pretty cool.
Which is an awesome idea, because I remember last year I went, and I was shocked at how much I used the map. I didn't think I would even really need it. But next thing you know, I probably had it out almost the whole time, and then you're in your pocket, it's a total pain. Get on your phone, you're done.
Yeah, exactly. And we all have our phones. There's nobody
Yeah.
that's not, taking a picture of their kids on the carousel and whatever. So it makes sense.
Well, that's great because if, it's all of a sudden really hot and you need to cool off, you can look and think, okay, where can I go inside to cool off or whatever, right? It's a great app to have.
Yeah, which is another tip that we have is, it's supposed to be hot starting tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, we're going to hit 27,
Oh, yeah.
28 degrees.
Yeah, not that, there's not K-Days tomorrow, but, it gets usually hot. There's usually a whole bunch of string of hot days happening at K-Days. So you can go inside and cool off, and there's actually a whole bunch of cool stuff. I couldn't even list it all. There's the kids' town, the farm, and there's a little farm. Do you remember that? Anybody going? The
Yeah.
farm? Yeah, they have that almost every year.
Like petting zoo?
Yeah, this
Ooh.
a really interactive. They have a lab and stuff where you
cool.
can work with the food and stuff. It's really neat. They have the canine stars, the dog
Super dogs?
show. Yeah, the super dogs, the
Yeah.
rodeo. Go inside and cool off, and then go back out. It's the best way to stay there the longest to get the most bang for your buck.
Yeah, absolutely. And right when you walk in, I think it's important to talk to your kids about safety, right? That's the number one thing.
Good tip, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good tip. When you first walk in, they have those stickers that you can put on the kids' backs. But, even taking a marker and writing your number on their arm and talking about meeting places and stuff like that. It's a great idea because, you're going with kids. It's such a big crowd. It's just a very important topic to touch on.
When I was 9 years old, I got lost at Disneyland.
So
True
don't
story.
you- Don't be
And we had a plan just like that. It was you're supposed to go, if you get lost, you go to a vendor.
Yeah.
And you tell them you got lost.
Yeah.
And I went to a vendor, and I told them I was lost, and then they took me to the lost island of Disneyland kids. And
Yeah.
there was hundreds of us there, and it was awesome. They had ballrooms, movies.
So
It was the happiest place on earth. But it was perfect, because it was literally I went up to them, I can't find my mom and dad, and they're like, we got another one. Bring it over here. It was totally business as usual there.
Yeah,
So
they have
great
they
advice.
have the when you first walk in, and then the sticker that you can put on them, and it'll actually have the map so anybody can help them
Oh, nice.
bring them to where the kids zone is. But when you actually walk in and you get the sticker, you can register your information. So when they get brought to the kids thing, they actually will have your information to call you, be like,
Oh,
hey,
wow.
we have your kid here.
Oh.
Not that you probably didn't go there and weren't looking in the
Yeah.
first
It
place.
was a little different in the 80s, though, back then. Yeah, we had smoke signals we had to find to go find it, so.
Yeah, so it was, it's kind of, it's neat. And then, it's one tip I once had an officer who was coming in and talking about, just in general, about going out to events, and we put this in the blog post, is take a picture of your kid. Like as you leave the house or when you get to the grounds, you take a picture of your child. You're probably going to anyways and post it on Instagram or Facebook. But then you have the most up-to-date picture of them and what they're wearing that day too.
That's great advice, guys. AlbertaMamas.com. There's all kinds of other awesome blogs and stories and interesting things on there.
Yep.
But today we're talking about tips for surviving K-Days with the kids. I do want to talk about this. This is really cool. You guys just told us kind of off the air about Monday morning magic.
Yeah.
So it is an invite-only option for people that have kids with special needs. So you can go onto their website and email them and ask to be invited to this event. And so they open up early. It's just kind of more of a low-key type of place instead of like the normal hustle and bustle of K-Days. It just makes it more at ease. And which works well with kids with special needs. Sometimes they just need that more calmness.
Oh yeah, I love the idea. I want to say Disneyland does it too. So I mean, it's just such a cool thing that is happening here now.
Well, now the Alberta Mamas has to go to Disneyland. And
Yeah.
scope this out.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Someone should
Yeah.
sponsor them too.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
you guys a couple of flights to Disneyland.
And I put them on a I put the kids on a GoPro and then get them lost and see what it's like there.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
You guys can just take me.
Just
I'll get
voluntarily
lost.
get
Don't
our
worry.
children lost.
I haven't changed much as an adult. I probably would still get lost myself. So, do you have any more tips for surviving K-Days with the kids?
There's all kinds of things like go early to avoid some crowds, take public transit, bring wipes. Oh my gosh, because kids get sticky the best of times. Like now add like the food and the like touching stuff and bring wipes. I think is going to be the one where I'm like in my backpack.
Yeah.
And be prepared to clean up all the the mess after the K-Days. I was the
Yeah.
famous kid in my family that I would puke after every one. But I had to go on them all, right? You got. I don't. Yes, it's sad if you don't let them go, and they let me go, and then I puke. That was like pretty much standard.
My
every
brother
year.
and I actually, we have a funny story where there was the one, I don't know if they have it anymore, this one ride where you're like pinned up against the wall and it goes.
Gravitron.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we would actually go on it until one of us puked. It was like a game of chicken with a K-Days ride. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, 10 tips to survive K-Days with your kids. AlbertaMamas.com. Check out that website. It will help you all summer long. There's also great tips on there about camping. We talked about that last week. And there's so many cool things going on in and around, not just Edmonton, which I love. It's all of Alberta. So,
Yes.
Jen, Christine, thanks very much for chatting
Thanks
with us,
for
and we'll
having
talk
us.
to you next week.
Yeah. Bye.